Hi friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. Today is the start of my vlog style book haul for September. And where we see how I do with reading down my owned TBR. I like to put these things together so that I can see what books are coming in, but also the difference between that and the numbers that I'm reading. My goal for the year is to try to get my physical TBR down to 400 books, which would be pretty significant from the beginning of the year. So I do have a couple of new books to share that have come in, but first we're going to take a look at my stats starting out in September, and then at the end of the month I will come back and tell you what kind of progress we've made. As of September 1st, I have 175 audiobooks on my owned TBR. This is down 2 from the beginning of the year, but it's down 5 from the beginning of last month, so we're doing pretty well with that. I have 66 ebooks on my owned TBR, which is down 1 from the beginning of the year, but down 2 from last month. And finally, the big one that I made a ton of progress on in the past month because of the readathon I was participating in, my physical books. As of the beginning of the month, my physical TBR is at 435 books, which is down 53 from the beginning of the year. I love that. And down 22 from last month. That's amazing. Those numbers, I don't expect to see those numbers again, but it's really encouraging. If I can get another 35 books off of my TBR by the end of the year, I will hit my goal of getting it down to 400 books. I would like to have my TBR be at or under about what I read in a year, and typically I've been reading around 400 books in a year, so if I can get my physical TBR down to that, I would be really pleased. So we'll check in at the end of the month on how I do with that. But in the meantime, I have a package to unbox from Pango Books. I mostly used credit to buy this. The part of it that I didn't buy with credit is a holiday gift for someone. So I may not show you that book. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. And then I have a book that I picked up at a book event, but let's go ahead and start with the package. I think it's fine. I ordered something that I saw that I think my husband would like, but he doesn't really watch my videos, I don't think. So if you are for some reason watching this video, don't watch, because it's a surprise. Alright, so this is the gift that I thought was just really cool. This is Keen's Challenge. It's a book from the world of the Elder Scrolls, or Skyrim, which is really cool. My husband is kind of a gamer, and I just thought this was such a cool edition. Look how pretty it is! I love it. The gilded pages, and it's got like illustrated stuff. I don't know. I think this is just really fun. It's like a cool addition. I think he'll be into that. So anyway, I saw that and was like, yes, let me get it. Then for myself, I got Fire and Blood by George R.R. Martin. Is this because me and Leanna are discussing doing a read-along for the Game of Thrones series? Yes. So this was very inexpensive and a used book, so I picked up a copy to have on my shelves. It's in fairly good condition, so I'm happy about that. I have read the first like 2.5 books of that series, but it was more than 10 years ago. So stay tuned. Perhaps we'll be doing something, which would be fun. Lastly, I went to a book event. I am friends with one of the authors in this anthology, and I read it early for review and really enjoyed it, so it was a fun event to go to. This is for Night of the Living Queers, edited by Shelley Page and Alex Brown. It is 13 horror stories from queer, BIPOC, YA authors, and they're all set on Halloween night where there's a blue moon, and they range from very creepy to very sweet, and I enjoyed them a lot. My friend Maya Gittleman had their debut story come out in this anthology, so I was at this book event to support them. It was really cool too. Several of the authors were there discussing, and I think it's a great anthology, so yay! I have some signatures, which is really fun, so yeah. I'll be back when I have more to share. Hello! I have 4 packages to open today, 2 that are publisher mail, and then 2 from Pango Books. I know one of them looks like it's my Book of the Month box, but that has not arrived yet. It is somebody repurposing their own Book of the Month box. So let's go ahead and start with this package. I bought a couple of things on Pango Books. One using credit. This is the one I think that I bought outright. So let's see if I'm right. I've had a search saved on Pango Books for volumes of this manga series I want to continue because I didn't want to pay full price, and I think that's what these are, where I was able to get some volumes for like $5 each, which was a really good deal. Okay, how cute. We've got some little Disney princess stickers wrapped on newspaper, and then more wrapping. I love that they're so careful with it. So I'm pretty sure that's what this is. I got 4 volumes for $20, which I thought was a really good deal. Yeah! Okay, so this is Yona of the Dawn, volumes 6 and 7. And then I have 2 others that I got as well in here. Normally manga is just so expensive. I've been kind of on the lookout. And we have volumes 2 and 4. So I've read volume 1, now I have volume 2, I need volume 3, I have volume 4, I need volume 5, and then I have volume 6 and 7. So I feel like that's pretty good for $20. I am very pleased with that. And I think this is the final book that I bought for the book club picks that I'm planning for my trip to the UK next year. We've got more than one, because of course we do, because I'm extra like that. Here is the full list of book club picks for the trip, and here are all of the details of the trip if you're interested in joining me. It's May 20th to 25th, 2024, and there are still spots available. So the link is in the video description if you want to go check it out and come hang out with me in England for a week next year. It's going to be fun. Oh, haunted ring light is making an appearance. Okay, I finally got all the tape off the box, and here's the book. Definitely got some pet hair on this. Alright. It is Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. It is the very first Miss Marple mystery, and for reasons it seemed like an appropriate choice for the book club we're going to be doing, so I'll be reading that. And this one I used credit from selling books to get on Pango. Then I've got 2 packages that arrived from Tor. I think they're both from Tor. They look like Tor envelopes. I'm thinking this might be a finished copy of Starling House. Possibly, that's what I'm hoping. Oh, no. Oh, there's 2 books in there. I don't know what that is. Oh, yes! I forgot I was getting these. Okay, this is pretty exciting. Oh, that's interesting. They sent me an art copy of this as well. So this came out last year. I had an e-arc and loved it, and they were like, do you want a physical copy? Lavender House by Lev A.C. Rosen. This was a really great, if intense, kind of noir murder mystery with a gay main character set in, I think like 1950s Chicago. It does have some traumatic elements to it, but I loved it. And the sequel is coming out, so they asked me if I was interested in a copy. When is this coming out? October, from Forge. The Bell in the Fog. So it's following the same character who begins his journey as a private detective in this book, and this is San Francisco, 1952. He's now a private detective, but his business hasn't taken off, so an old flame from the war who had mysteriously disappears arrives in his office. Seems like there's blackmail going on, but there's more than what it seems. So very excited for that. Thank you so much to Tor Forge for sending me both of those books. Go check them out if you're a mystery reader. I think really, really good. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm excited to. Not sure what this is, but it feels like a novella, so let's find out. Yay! Okay, this is exciting. Mislaid in Parts Half Known by Seanan McGuire. This is the next Wayward Children book. It's coming out in January, and it's got dinosaurs, y'all. Look at that. Dinosaurs. I'm so excited. This is following Ansie's story. Yay! Thank you, Tor. I love these books so much. Hello, I am back with my Book of the Month box. They seem to really be sticking with these new box types, which I don't love, but whatever. Took the label off there. It's funny because I think I skipped the last 2 months because there wasn't anything that I really wanted, but this month there was something I was interested in, so I got a book. I do like that about Book of the Month. They make it really easy to skip the month if you're not into any of the choices. But it gets me to pick up things that I might not otherwise try. Sometimes they're hits, sometimes they're not, but it's fun. If you are interested in joining Book of the Month, I do have a link down below. It's not an affiliate link, but if you use it to sign up, I get a free book, which is nice. But no pressure. I think they're fun. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't like these boxes as much, but it's fine. Alright. I picked up The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa M. Matlin. I've said this before, but I get most of my thrillers from Book of the Month. I don't read very many of them, and usually this is where I find ones that I pique my interest. So I like this cover. It's like very bi flag vibes, but I don't know that it's actually queer. Most people wouldn't buy an infamous murder house to renovate for fun, but Sarah Slade is not most people. There's like a deadly legacy, and it's also a domestic thriller. I don't know if there's a paranormal aspect to it or not, but it looked fun. A gruesome history, a hostile neighborhood, a new owner with a shocking secret. Welcome to Blackwood House. It sounds fun. It's very short, actually. I'm surprised at how short this is. Yeah, it's like 270 pages, so it's very, very short. But it sounds fun, and some of the reviews looked good. Is this a debut? I think this is a debut novel, so I'm excited to check it out. Hello, I have 3 packages to open. I'm very excited about all of them. For this one though, I think I want to do a full unboxing for TikTok, so I will insert that clip here. But this is my Kickstarter book by Wraithmarked Creative of a very special edition of a book that I love, and I am super excited to finally have this in my hands. So here is the full unboxing of that. Then I have a pre-order from Barnes & Noble. This is very slim. Like, I knew this wasn't a very long book, but I didn't expect it to be so small and light. So anyway, I decided to buy a physical copy because the cover is gorgeous. This is like the perfect autumnal cover, and me and Leanna decided to read it for an episode of the Chapter 3 podcast. So this is God Killer by Hannah Kaner. It is so short. I didn't realize. It's less than 300 pages, but look at that cover. Isn't that beautiful? It's like the perfect fall cover. Enter a land of gods and monsters, soldiers and mercenaries, secrets and wishes. The explosive #1 internationally best-selling fantasy debut in a new trilogy for fans of The Witcher and Gideon the Ninth. I'm excited. That sounds great. So hopefully we love it. Spoiler, we did not love it. The episode is available if you want to see. This is going to be our interim book. We're taking a break from our Witcher read-along for a month before we finish it. So we're reading this for September. So by the time you're seeing this, that episode will already be live. So I will link it up above if you want to hear our thoughts. Ah, it's so pretty though. Gorgeous. Lastly, I have this really beautiful package from Penguin Teen for The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. This goes on sale January 30th, and I love this box design. Isn't this so cool? It looks like a book. Something wicked this way comes, confronting darkness, defying fate, unleashing magic. I love it. This is such a cool box. One thing I appreciate too is they had it with like plastic over it, and that way we didn't have any labels on the actual box, which is brilliant. More people should do that. Shrink wrap plastic. Anyway, let's open this. I'm excited. Ooh, cool. 3 girls, 1 supernatural killer on the loose. Oh, this is so cool. Zara Jones believes in magic, struggling with the painful loss of murdered sister, and driven to exact revenge at any cost. Jude Wolfe, trapped in the aftermath of a disastrous demon deal, paid a gruesome price for harnessing the powers of magic, desperate to undo the damage she's done to herself. And Emmer Byrne, reclusive witch haunted by a mysterious past, possesses a formidable and dangerous superpower, could hold the key to unmasking a serial killer. Listen, this is amazing. I should probably do an unboxing video for this too. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm about to lose battery. So let's see if we can do this. Look at that. It's a set of coasters. Something Wicked This Way Comes, Beyond the Veil, Secrets Unveiled. These are amazing. What would you risk to undo what cannot be undone? And The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland. What a cool idea for a promo kit. I love it. And then, of course, we have the book here, which I'm not going to fully take out because I think I may actually do an unboxing video of that as well. But you saw the cover on the front of the box. Witchy, YA, sort of fantasy, coming out in January. Thank you so much to Penguin Teen. I love it. This is very cool. Hello, I have 2 packages that came in the mail while I was on vacation. And I also did a lot of book shopping while I was in Nashville. I do have a travel vlog for that, which I can link up above. You get a little bit of a preview of the books that I bought, but I'm gonna go into more detail with them in this video as soon as they arrive. So Izzy, bless her, was kind enough to ship them to me from Nashville because I had a whole bunch of them. So when they arrive, we'll open them up and we'll talk about all of the books that I picked up. But right now I've got 2 packages. So first up, I have something from Holiday House. They did reach out to me about a book for review and another one I had requested, but this just feels like one. So let's see what we have. Cool, so this is Nothing Else But Miracles by Kate Albus. It goes on sale September 23rd, and I think this one is a middle grade historical fiction, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it follows a 12-year-old who lives in New York City's Lower East Side during World War II, waiting for her dad to come home, and she's interested in photography. So this is based on a real place in the city, and it says it's steeped in the history of the last year of World War II, but kind of the home front side of what it was like for people in this neighborhood. So it sounds really good. Thank you so much to Holiday House and Peachtree Publishing for sending me a copy. I will be reading that probably next month. Then I have this package. Can you tell what it's for? I think this should be a finished copy of a book that I read and really loved. Love the shiny packaging. No, it's another art copy. They said they were gonna send me a finished copy. Okay, all right, well, I have another arc of Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. Maybe I'm also getting a finished copy. Oh yeah, I guess it is a little early for finished copies. It doesn't come out till October. But this is my second one from Tor, so thank you to them. I did really enjoy this. It's kind of a gothic light horror with a sentient house and monsters and a romance with a prickly heroine. I really liked this a lot. She is a hit and miss author for me, but I was a fan of this one. I gave it 4.5 stars, and I do recommend it. So thank you to Tor. I am waiting to hopefully get a finished copy next month, but in the meantime, I will pass this on to someone else who might enjoy it. Hi again. I realized I missed something in this package, and it is very exciting. It is a little starling. It's, you know, one of the birds from the cover. I love it. It's a little keychain. This is so cute. And on the back, it says Alex E. Harrow, Starling House. I love that. We do pins a lot, but I haven't really gotten keychains, and I really like this. I will use it for sure. So nice. Hello, I've got a few things to share and a box to open. I also have something that came in the mail that I've already opened just because mostly because I wanted to show my husband that I was going to be reading this book. Okay, so listen, I recently went on a girls trip to Nashville with some of my booktube friends. I vlogged it. I will link it up above if you want to go and check it out. We had a blast. It was great. Did a lot of book shopping. Those books are still in transit to me. I don't have most of them yet, although I do have a couple from that I'll share here. But also, while we were there, we were talking, as we do, and I was made aware of a book that I did not know existed. And after reading the description of this book, I thought, oh my goodness, this sounds terrible. I think I want to read it and make a video about it And so I have gotten a copy of this book. I did not want to give any money to the author of this book, so I did get a used copy for like $5. But this is a book that came out in 2016. I did not know this person had written a novel. So in November, I am planning to read True Allegiance by Ben Shapiro. Listen, I didn't realize he wrote a novel, and as we were reading the description of this on the trip, I don't remember who said this, but they were like, oh, he wrote self-insert fanfic. And yes, I wouldn't be shocked if that tracks. So let me just read you the back of this because it is a lot, and I am very interested to see how this goes. So I'm planning on reading it and making a video in November. America is coming apart. An illegal immigration crisis has broken out along America's southern border. There are race riots in Detroit. A fiery female rancher turned militia leader has vowed revenge on the president for his arrogant policies. And the world's most notorious terrorist is planning a massive attack that could destroy the United States as we know it. Brett Hawthorne is the youngest general in the United States Army, and he's stuck alone behind enemy lines in Afghanistan. Will he be able to stop the collapse of America in time? The reviews of this book don't look good, even in terms of quality, so I don't know what to expect. It should be interesting. So hey, I have acquired a copy of True Allegiance by Ben Shapiro, and none of the money went to him. I bought it used for like $5, so you're welcome. That will be coming. Also, while in Nashville, I filmed a clip of a book swap that I'm doing with Mara from Books Like Whoa. So we each bought each other 3 books that we think the other person will like for a variety of reasons. And so go check out that video if you want to see the 3 that I got for her. It was, again, really fun. One of them is coming in the package with Izzy, so I don't have it with me, but I did bring 2 of them home because they were pretty small. We have Excellent Women by Barbara Pym. I have never read from her before, but Mara said this is a queer-coded, Austen-esque modern classic, and she thinks I'm really gonna love it. So I'm excited to try Barbara Pym. And then my wild card is a sci-fi romance by Honey Phillips, 7 Brides for 7 Alien Brothers, R-Tech, which I am very excited to see what I think. I've heard Mara talk about Honey Phillips, and she's given me like an out there Ruby Dixon before, and I actually really enjoyed it. I really like 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. Like, problems with consent aside, it was always one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to that. So I have those 2, and then the 3rd one you'll probably see later, assuming the box arrives in time for this video. If you want to see what I got her, go watch the vlog, and then we'll be doing live streams on each other's channels this fall once we've read them to discuss, which is very exciting. Lastly, I have a box that came in the mail. I think this is from Macmillan because I had something telling me that Macmillan was sending me something, even though I can't tell from the label. So let's see. I don't know what this is. Maybe they asked me about something. Who can say? Let's find out. What is it? Oh, yay. Oh, maybe I didn't know I was getting this. This is exciting. Okay, cool. I actually really need to read this, so great, now I have a finished copy. Yay, this is from Fierce Read. So this is The Night Hunt by Alexandra Christo. I love this cover, and I read a book by her before that I really enjoyed, and this sounded like fun. I think it's like a YA fantasy romance. Atia is a monster who feeds on fear. As the last of her kind, she hides in the shadows of the world to escape the wrath of the unpredictable gods. Silas is a herald, carrying messages and ferrying the dead as a punishment for a past he can't remember. Stripped of his true name, he yearns to recover his identity. Atia would never dream of allying with someone like Silas, but when she breaks a sacred law and the gods send monsters to hunt her, Silas offers an irresistible deal. He'll help avenge her family and take on the gods who are now after her if she helps him break his curse and restore his humanity. All they need to do is kill 3 powerful creatures, a vampire, a banshee, and one of the very gods who destroyed both their lives. Only together can Atia and Silas finally rewrite their destinies. That sounds like fun. I have enjoyed her writing in the past, and this is a great cover, so I'm excited to give it a try. Thank you so much to Fierce Reads for setting that along. Hello, I am here with the final clip of the haul. I have a book that I got so distracted in the last section that I forgot to mention, so I'm going to mention that. Also, my box of books that I purchased in Nashville arrived. Thank you to Izzy, who wrapped them up really nicely, which, to be honest, unfortunately is the only reason that the majority of them survived the trip, because I don't know what the hell happened, but the box came with this giant hole in it and like plastic wrapped. No fault to Izzy at all. Like, I'm grateful she had so much padding in there because most of my books are fine. But unfortunately, we did have some casualties. So I'm going to show you those, and then I'll show you the books that thankfully made it for the most part. I don't have here all the books that I bought for my kids. Those have already gone to them. So if you watch the vlog from the Nashville trip, you'll get a peek at some of what I got for them. But here are the sadly damaged books. I'm so sad. The Death I Gave Him by MX Liu. I mean, look at this. Like, I don't know what happened. This is so terrible. It's so like, there's holes, and it's like, I don't know. Anyway, so that's unfortunate because I am really excited about this book, and it's basically brand new. So this is like a contemporary speculative Hamlet retelling that also has a locked room murder mystery, and there's like queer characters. I don't know. It sounds really intriguing. I want to read it. Sadly, this copy is not in great condition, so that is really unfortunate. Also, we have a used copy of Mediocre, The Dangerous Legacy of White Male America by Ijeoma Oluo. I've read So You Want to Talk About Race by her and loved it. Here we have another. I'm so bummed. At least this one was used, so it was like $6 at McKay's. I do still want to read this, so hopefully I can get a replacement. And then lastly is a book that I have actually read. I just wanted a copy because I think it's really good. This is All You Can Ever Know by Nicole Chung, which is a memoir about transracial adoption, and I thought it was really good and really thoughtful. But yeah, it's also damaged. So, that was a bummer. But the majority of the books are okay, which I'm grateful for. We've got a couple bent covers, but like, it's fine. I don't really mind, and most of these were used anyway. First up, the spiciest book I picked up. This was only 50 cents used at McKay's. It is Secret Games by Jeannie London. It's an old Harlequin book from Blaze, which is a line they don't do anymore, but this premise just sounded so good. Marriage counselor Maggie James has a problem. She doesn't believe in commitment, so when her patients claim that a sexy resort has cured their commitment woes, she decides to uncover the resort's secret for her patients and for herself. But to get in, she'll need a lover, a pretend lover, and she can't think of a better man for the job than her best friend, Sam Masters, except he has loved her for years. So that sounds like an excellent premise. Yeah, 50 cents. I picked that up, which is very exciting. Also, for like a couple bucks each, I got copies of The Hunger Games and Mockingjay. Of course, I have read these, but I don't think I own copies. They didn't have a paperback copy of Catching Fire, but I was like, you know what? In a few years, my kids will be old enough for those, and I'd like to have some on hand. I think they're good. Then we have the final, oh no. Okay, I thought this one was okay, but this one also got a little bit damaged. It's fine. I can still read, I can still read it. Man. Like, what happened to these books? Okay, well, this is the last of the books that Mara picked for me. This is Embassy Town by China Mieville. I thought it was okay, but no. It's like, look at that. My goodness, I don't know what happened to these books. But I will still read this, so it's, you know, it's fine. I'm excited to try this out. I didn't get on great with China Miéville's debut novel, but I have heard a lot of people don't love it as much, and it's kind of weird. Whereas Mara's like, I didn't love this, but I think you will be a fan, so I'm excited to try it. She said, philosophical, political, machination-y, sci-fi slash lit fic. I mean, that does sound right up my alley, so excited to read that. Then I have a copy of You Just Need to Lose Weight and 19 Other Myths About Fat People by Aubrey Gordon. I read her other book, What We Don't Talk About When We Talk About Fat, and thought it was fantastic, and saw that this just came out, so I decided to pick up a copy. I really like her. I like the way she talks about things, about body neutrality, and about the problems with the way that fat people are treated in medical situations in different parts of the world. Anyway, it's, yeah, excited to read that. Then this one I blame on Angela from Literature Science Alliance because she loves this author, and I've had it on my list. I got The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simone Jimenez. This was only $5 at this bookstore because it has this little extra bit of paper that I can probably cut off pretty easily, so that was a nice deal. Two warriors shepherd an ancient god across a broken land to end the tyrannical reign of a royal family in this standalone epic fantasy from the author of The Vanished Birds. I love the cover, it's beautiful. Then I have a couple other books I picked up at McKay's that were used. One is a book that I actually read years ago, and I really enjoy things from this author, and they had it was in pretty good condition. I haven't really seen this recently. I don't know if it's even in print still, but maybe it is. I don't know. This is Across the Great Barrier by Patricia C. Reed. She writes really good YA fantasy, or did. This is like a bit of an older book. When did this actually come out? 2011. Yeah. So this came out in 2011. I have read it at some point, but I wanted to revisit it, and it was like $5 or $6, I think. Then also for $5, I found Clown in a Cornfield by Adam Cesar, which I have not read. I have heard really good things about his horror. This one is YA horror. It was the winner of the 2020 Bram Stoker Award for a YA novel, which I think is really cool. So I'm interested. Picked that up. And then lastly from that trip, I found this, Yes Daddy by Jonathan Parks Ramage. I hadn't heard of this, but this sounded so up my alley. It's a queer gothic thriller. And then when I mentioned this in the vlog, someone commented below and was like, oh my gosh, I read that and I loved it. And I'm like, great, I'm glad people liked this. So we have that. So in terms of things that are actually getting added to my TBR, sans the very damaged books I'm still bummed about. I've got 5 books that I purchased, and then one of the books from Mara. Like, nobody's gonna be shocked to know that this month was not great for my TBR, but we'll make some progress. It's okay. The book that I forgot to mention in the last clip because I got distracted is a book that I picked up on the day when I went with a friend to film this queer-owned New York City itinerary video. I'll link that up above if you want to check it out. It was really fun. We visited 3 bookstores and 3 restaurants that are all LGBT owned in New York City, so highly recommend. And one of the books that I picked up was Satisfaction Guaranteed by Corelia Stutz Waters. This I'd been meaning to get for a while, and I got a copy for myself at the Ripped Bodice. I read something else from this author and really loved it. This is a contemporary sapphic romance, and she seems to write a little bit of older female characters, which I appreciate. Lastly, I do have a package from Macmillan. I think this is probably from Tor, so let's see what's in here. Yay! Oh my gosh! Oh, this is exciting. So this is A Power Unbound by Freya Marsk. This is the 3rd and final book in this trilogy. These are historical fantasy romances with murder mysteries, and I'm very excited about it. So this comes out in November. Thank you so much to Tor.com. Yay! What a great way to end the video for the month. There are a few days still left in the month, but I do always wrap these up a little bit early, so anything that comes in the last couple of days, which I am going to a book event, so like I'll have at least 1 new book coming in, but that'll just go in next month's vlog. So let's take a look at where my numbers are ending the month. These are not my final numbers. You'll hear my final numbers in October's video, but this will at least give us an idea of where we landed. I will say I did do more shopping in Nashville than I thought I was going to do. I was like, on vacation with friends, going to lots of bookstores. You know, it happens. In terms of reading, my audiobooks have stayed the same. At the beginning of the month, they were at 175, which was down 2 from the beginning of the year, and they are still there. I have added some audiobooks. There were a couple of sales, and so I've just stayed the same with that. Ebooks have also stayed the same. I have 66 ebooks on my TBR, and that is down 1 from the beginning of the year. Physical has gone up a bit. A bit. I began the month with 435 books on my physical TBR. I am ending the month with 442 books on my physical TBR. So that is down 46 from the beginning of the year, but it is up 7 from the beginning of the month. So hopefully I'll be able to make some more progress and, you know, get through some more things. But I think the combined factors of September being a much lower reading month for me, I haven't read nearly as much as I normally do, in addition to the fact that I went to Nashville and did a lot of book shopping. This is kind of where we are, and it's fine. Talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts or feelings on anything I talked about in this video. And for your question of the day, tell me about a book that you picked up in September that you were really excited about. This could be a book that you bought, a book that you got from your library, something you're excited for. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, it always helps if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.